this is the mic, right?
Yeah. Okay. So when we say give us a little bit about yourself,
Okay.
just give us your name, who you are,
Yes.
just a brief introduction.
All right.
On our mark, get set, and Bismillah, action. So, hi, Mr. Hytham.
Hi, I am Hytham Boodai. I am a novelist and historian. Actually, I grew up in a home that have a lot of stories to tell. My mother's father was Noqda, captain of the seaside. Start from this Arabian Gulf, travel to India and coasts of Africa like Zanzibar, Mombasa. And he came back again to his country, Kuwait, with a lot of goods and a lot of gifts also to his family. So my mother used to tell me the stories of him, a lot of stories to tell, and always it looked to me like a Sinbad, like an Arabian Sinbad.
So, Mr. Hytham, what is the book about?
Love and Oil is my 12th novel I wrote about Kuwait history and the Arabian history also. Love and Oil, it's about the first oil discoverers who they came from United States and Britain in the old days before discovering the oil. So that time was a very important period for the Arabian Gulf. So it's about a nurse called Jane, a young nurse in Los Angeles who attempted suicide. And her mother was a movie star in Los Angeles, in Hollywood, and she was worried about her daughter, and she helped her to recover. So she sent her with an oil company in California called Standards Oil of Company of California, which turned in 20 years to the biggest oil company called Aramco. So the story is about this nurse were a witness to the change and the transformation of the Arabian Gulf from deserts to huge country with oil, the source of the fuel of the world.
Thank you. That's amazing. And what inspired you to write this book?
Actually, we were invited as Kuwaiti Writers Association from the Dammam Writers Association to have a small conference about the Arabian Gulf literature. So we spent there like a week. We discussed a lot of issues about the literature in the Arabian Gulf. And they took us like a tour around Dammam. I never know about Dammam Well 7, which was the first oil discovered by the Standard Oil of California that days in 1937. So when I saw this big building, a huge building, built for the memory for the first oil well, which named Dammam 7. So I found myself with a big story to tell. So I stayed there for 12 years, reading a lot of memories and a lot of books about the Aramco people and the first Americans and British who were there at that time. So from there I get my inspiration.
That's amazing. That's so wonderful. And another question, some people were wondering, why did you use Western characters versus Arab characters? What was the inspiration behind that?
I think Dammam Well 7 is an international issue to tell. And the story also is like international story to tell. Because of all the discoverers are Western people, So I have to collect the characters from their environment and the challenges they face in their life. A humanity experience, wherever it is all the same. You feel the love, you feel romantic, worriness, scared also about the Second World War, while Mussolini bombed the refineries in Dammam and Bahrain in 1942. So the world is the same experience wherever you go, and we have a lot of stories to share and to tell.
That's so fascinating. Thank you. And two more questions. One question is, how do you prepare for the research for your books, given the fact that you do have a background in history
Yes.
and as an author? So how do you bring up your research? How do you find inspiration for your books?
First, I have to search the history issue again. First, I have to search about the information because I cannot start from zero information. So I have to read a lot. So through the internet, I find a lot of information about the first oil discoverers. And then when I was there in Dammam also, I went to Ithra, which is the high building, which also they have a big library, continue a lot of sources for the first people who wrote their memories. Also, I follow three important books. For the first Ministry of Oil, the Saudi Arabia oil minister, Mr. Al-Nu'ami, which I found his book is very important for me to start with. So I think searching for history facts is important to start and to imagine what had happened to them during the Second World War.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. And one last question.
Yes.
What is a word of advice for young and upcoming authors or people who want to pursue writing as a career? What is an advice that you'd like to give them?
I think now things get easier for the new writers than before, especially with the AI. I cannot tell you how the AI is making things very easy. So if you have any stories to tell, that you have the beginning and the middle and the end, and you feel it's completely a story, and you can easily tell it by speaking it to a friend, and you feel that it is a full story to tell, this is the first important thing. After that, you can write 120 steps to be sure about the steps is right. So, for example, a nurse in Los Angeles start attempt to suicide. Second, her mother, movie star in Hollywood, try to recover her. Third, so if you fill 120 steps, that you have a project for a novel to tell.
That's amazing. Thank you, Mr. Hytham, so much for your time and your interview, and we are so blessed to have you, and we're so happy to have you agree with us. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Ridaab. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.